Today we're looking at a video by a Canadian gamer. See why Xbox Game Pass is bad and physical media is so much better.
Alright, so we're already at the 10-minute mark.
10 minutes in, talk about dragging out content. What was he trying to do? Bore his audience to death so you wouldn't hear his stupid arguments.
So let's get into the meat and potatoes of today's video. Talking about Microsoft Game Pass, and I know a lot of you subscribers are going to nail me to the cross once I say what I have to say. I know a lot of you guys are big advocates of Microsoft Game Pass. You know, a lot of the bigger YouTubers out there are screaming to the sky, "Oh, Microsoft Game Pass, what a deal. What an incredible deal. All this, oh my God, all this for $10 a month."
Welcome back, Chief.
You're right, it does sound like a great deal.
Fuck off. Microsoft
Imagine having a laugh track on your video. Cringe.
Game Pass is absolute trash.
Why censor fucking? You just said fuck. You're not a game show host, you're not on TV, mate. Just say fucking if you want to say fucking. Like, you just said fuck, right? This is like the cringiest video I've ever seen.
Okay? You're not paying for anything tangible. It's a fucking rental service, okay?
No shit.
Now, I have Netflix, and Netflix is no better. 99.9% of the fucking content on Netflix is absolute fucking garbage. I'm sorry, it is. More to the point, that type of media on Netflix is different than a video game.
No shit.
A lot of times you can, especially with newer movies, it's a one and done. You watch it and you get on with your life.
Well, there's some games what I play once and I'm done. There are a lot of games that I'd like to replay, but there's some games once I finish the story, I have no interest in going back to.
Not like the older movies, like you see back here, where you'll revisit them time and time again. That is, if you have a physical copy like this VHS I have back here.
Who the fuck still watches VHS? VHS is not the best way to watch a movie. There's a reason why it's outdated. Like, just download it. Like, you don't need it physical.
But with Netflix, you see something on there that piques your interest. Maybe you watch a movie that you really like, and then you log back on 3 weeks later and the goddamn movie's gone. Well, you think Microsoft Game Pass is going to be any different? You're going to log on there a year from now, and sure, maybe there will still be a lot of games on there that are on there today, but I'm sure a lot of them won't be. I'm sure eventually Halo Infinite will disappear.
Don't bullshit me. Bullshit.
If you think Xbox is going to remove Halo from Game Pass, you're stupid. Why would remove Halo, one of the biggest franchise, from Game Pass when they're trying to push Game Pass? Like, it's a first-party game. It's not going to get removed.
I'm sure a lot of the titles on there are indie garbage, just like on Netflix.
I don't get why these people have like such a hate for indie games. Indie games are some of the best games I've ever played because they don't have these big budgets of these AAA games, so it can be more risky in what they want to do or like be more true to the vision they have. One of my favourite games is Shovel Knight, what I think was started off as a crowdfunded game, and that's like one of the best platformers I've played today. Not every game has to be just a generic AAA shooter. Like, the game is big enough for all these different genres, and because you don't like something doesn't mean it shouldn't be there. And Game Pass is trying to cater to a wide range of people, not just you or not just me. It's got to have a bit of everything there for everyone, something to entice everyone there. So you obviously get the AAA games like Halo, Forza, Doom Eternal, but then you'll get the smaller games, you get the indie games to like people who might be interested in it. Because these indie games, you do get some good ones, but like you said, you get some bad ones. But if you can play the games on the service and not have any risk of putting any money down first, that's better for players, and the game developers benefit from it because they'll get money from the service.
And I guess it's $10 a month for Microsoft Game Pass in the US. I think in Canada it's closer to $14, $15 a month. So look at that from a yearly perspective. I could probably buy a bunch of used games for my Xbox and own them physically and pay about the same amount as what a yearly subscription is to Game Pass.
Yeah, you could go around searching for games you want, or you could just use Game Pass. Like, the services are getting bigger, the library's getting bigger each day. They're adding new games. It's the best way to access games what you've never seen before. Like, for me, I played Yakuza 0, and it was the first time playing a Yakuza game, and Yakuza wouldn't be a game I normally get into. It's not my sort of game, like the beat 'em ups or brawler games. And it probably wouldn't be a game I'll actually put money on. But playing it through Gamepass and not having to make that initial purchase actually got me into the series, and I'm grateful for that, because they're some of the best games going. Like, yeah, Yakuza are really underrated, and I think we're getting more attention now than he used to. But like, growing up, I never even heard about Yakuza. Cause I think the first one came out on the PS2, but it was totally not on my radar back then. There are some games where you can like find them through Game Pass or these kinds of services, and you can buy like physical media. But at the end of the day, like if I want to buy a game that's like 20 years old, I have to search for that game and hope that the disc will work. Say if it's a rare game, it'll be overpriced than it was originally when it came out. Either find the best deal, or it's just like all this hassle. Like with Game Pass, you don't have any of that. You just literally search for a game. If it's there, download it. It's ready to go. And for whatever reason, say if it doesn't work, just uninstall it, and like you haven't lost any like money. Like you haven't put any extra money down.
So, yeah, I think it's a fucking rip-off. It's a rental service.
No shit.
How's a rental service a rip-off?
I'm not a huge advocate of filling up your hard drive full of these digital games.
What are you on about? Even when you buy physical now, you have to install the game. You're filling your hard drive up with games anyway. Like, there's no difference. It's just like you got a box with it rather than having to download it online.
And then having to delete them to fit more stuff onto your hard drive.
You get a bigger hard drive, or just like I say, delete the game. It's not a big deal. Like, if you're buying a game now, you have to do that anyway. Like, even if you get physical, you have to do that. If you ain't got enough hard drive space, you have to delete your physical games. You're making out to be a big inconvenience having to like delete this game and download this game. The stupidest argument.
Sorry about that, my camera died. So where were we? So yeah.
Fucking laugh track again.
Getting back to Game Pass, there's no ownership involved. It's like you're leasing a vehicle, you're making payments on something you're never gonna fucking own. And I'm not a firm believer in that.
Well, reality check for you, when you buy any game now, you're not owning the game, you're owning the license to play the game. So at any point they could remove that license if they choose to.
Let's see, you've got Game Pass for, 5 years. What did that cost you over those 5 years? Over $500.
Brushing over the maths error, what you just made there. So what? It's an entertainment product. So you probably got like hours worth of entertainment from it. $500 over 5 years is not a large sum of money.
Now we know eventually, like everything else, like Netflix, Game Pass subscription, monthly subscriptions, yearly subscriptions will continue to go up in price.
And at any point, if it gets too expensive for you, stop subscribing. That's your choice. Like, there'll always be the option to buy games. So if a service becomes too expensive, or you think that it's not worth it anymore, stop subscribing. I don't see the issue.
So let's say, just throwing it out there hypothetically, I'm even using US prices here. Let's say you have Game Pass for 5 years and that's over $500 at that point. Use your fucking head, folks. Use your head. Over that entire time span, with just about $500, you could have bought probably a good stack of games. You could have had some physical games in your fucking collection.
Physical games? Gee whiz. Count me in. Like, seriously, like, why do you care? Like, it's obviously not a service for you. So why are you interested in? Why are you talking about it? Like, you're obviously a physical. I call you a physical fanboy, because the only thing what you seem to care about is like having something in your hand, and you just want that thick plastic in your hand, don't you?
Stop supporting these digital services, for God's sakes.
Why? You haven't given any reason why I should.
It's like, I think, was it Alana Pierce? Pierce? Is that how you say her name? I think she put out a video talking about how Game Pass was such an awesome deal.
Yeah, it is.
Get the fuck out of here! How much did Microsoft pay you to say that?
Someone says something I don't agree with. They must be getting paid.
These services are terrible. Like I said, Netflix, I have a subscription, but I don't even use it. I can't remember the last time I logged into it. I share it with my mother. She watches it way more than I do.
Then it's good for your mother, because obviously she gets a lot out of the service. Like, only because something's bad for you doesn't mean it'll be bad for everyone. Like, you just proved my point in that one statement.
But as far as watching movies is concerned, you guys can't see it, but I have a shelf full of VHS back here, and I think I spend more time rewatching all those VHS vintage tapes that I have over anything that's on Netflix. Because guess what? All of those movies on the shelf were hand chosen by me because I love every single VHS on the shelf.
God, this guy loves his VHS, doesn't he? It's like, his house looks like a museum. But seriously, if you like certain movies or certain games, that's great. You get to play them. If you own them, you get to play them whenever you want. What's good about Game Pass, like I said before, is that it gives you access to a load of games that you might not necessarily play otherwise. Plus, you got all the big games on there as well, like the major releases, what will be on Xbox. So it is a good deal. I mean, you get literally a load of games what you might not have heard of, plus the major releases.
And guess how many of those are on Netflix? 0.
They might not be on Netflix, but are not on any streaming service at all, or any way you can get them digitally. Because why are you watching them on VHS? Like, can't you just buy them online? Or even, I know people go, oh, you should pirate, but can't you pirate it or torrent it? Like, why are you watching these films on VHS in 2022?
So if I got Game Pass, I could only fucking imagine how many games would pique my interest. 0.
Bullshit.
0 games will interest you. There's literally hundreds of games on Game Pass. Some of them will interest you. You're just being a physical fanboy and not admitting to that Game Pass might be a good service, or similar services what I like Game Pass, because it gives you a wide range of games to play on demand for a cheap price.
I'd go on there and there'd be Halo Infinite maybe. Maybe I would try that. But what's the fucking point? I can just go out and fucking buy it.
Like I said, that's always been the option. You can just go out and buy it. You don't have to play it on Game Pass. Nobody does. That's what's good about it. They're not forcing you to choose the service to play the game. There are plenty of other ways you can play the game. This is one of them.
I can go on the classifieds and probably pick it up for $30-$40 right now. And I can resell it!
Then do that. If Halo's literally the only game you're interested in, then I advise you to do that.
Holy fuck! Why wouldn't you want to have a physical copy? What the fuck is wrong with you people?
That laugh track isn't getting any easier to listen to. I don't know why he puts it on this video. It's really annoying and cringeworthy. They're going to his argument. What's wrong with people not wanting physical? Because I don't want fucking dust collectors around my house. I don't want things that's taking up shelf space what don't need to. I mean, I have brought physical in the past, don't get me wrong, but that was before the digitally really took over, because I was originally a console gamer before going on to PC. But even before I moved to PC, I was buying a lot of games digitally on my PlayStation, so it's not an issue. I'd rather just have quick instant access to the games what I own.
It's just gonna get worse too, because now Sony's getting involved with their version of Game Pass, and eventually Nintendo's gonna do it as well, and there won't be any more physical games, so...
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Calm down, physical games aren't going to go anywhere just yet. As long as there's a market out there, companies will keep making them. But even if it does, that's just technology moving forward. If there's no market there, if people aren't buying them anymore, then companies won't make them. But as long as people are buying physical games, they'll always be there as an option. Then again, I am talking to the only guy to own a VHS player in 2022.
What am I even saying? What is this old fart even talking about? So that's going to do it for me. Let me know in the comments below your opinion on Microsoft Game Pass. Gonna cut it off here. That's it for me, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good.
This has got to be the most boring video I've ever seen. Like, seriously, this guy's stuck in the past. Somebody needs to get him from the 80s and bring him to the modern day. Either way, I appreciate you watching the video with me, and I appreciate your time, what you took out your day just to watch my video. I hope to see you next time. But in the meantime, can you please leave a like and subscribe if you like this content and like to see more. I'll be making more later in the week. I don't really keep to any kind of schedule because it's whenever I get free time, really. Well, like I say, I'll see you next time in the next video, and I hope you all have a good week.
It would have a great selection, right? Right! Over 10,000 videos. 3 evening rentals, so no rush, no hassle. Fast checkout. 24-hour quick drop return, open late every night. Well, the perfect video store
Welcome to Blockbuster Video.
is popping up all over the country. There's one near you.
Blockbuster Video. Wow, what a difference.